That's your brother, bro. It's family.
Oh, yes.
All right, guys. Well, shit, man. Thanks for coming. You know, I've been wanting to do this. You know.
Yeah, I think we were supposed to do a podcast like a year ago.
Well, yeah, that's a different story.
And then the kid, fuck. First off, can we address that?
Let's do it.
Like, what the fuck was he thinking? I'm gonna be the kid. That hasn't been done.
Yeah. Well, you know, because I'm obviously the writer.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, he's.
Wait, what's the backstory to this?
Our podcast name, me and Cameron's podcast name.
Oh, what was it?
He wanted to be called
This is the backstory.
Okay.
He thought of that part. I'm the writer, obviously, and that was pretty much. It'd be funny to call a guy much bigger than me the kid, you know. So that's pretty much the story.
Writer and the kid. So
Yeah.
That's what it was gonna be named, was Ryder and the Kid?
Yeah. And then we talked to Ricky on our first episode, and he's like,
break the news.
Jake, because you started yours like around the same time.
It was like literally a week before you guys. Like, ours is called The Writer and the Fighter.
Oh, see, that's
better.
Yours is just like a straight rip-off of the Fighter and the Kid.
I know, it's bad.
Which is funny because Alan Joban now has his own.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of, mine is The Writer and the Fighter. His is Writer and the Fighter.
Who's it between for you
Or
guys?
some shit like that. Like, it's literally one word that's different. Huh?
No, Jake's podcast is with Dave Golden.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which, how'd you even come up with it? Like, did you see him a lot, or like, what's the story there?
We just came buddies, just started chatting, hitting me up, you know, on Twitter and stuff, and he'd always like, you know, he'd be at the local fights and shit, you know, he'd write about me and stuff, so, you know, like I'm a very approachable guy, I feel. So, you know, when people message me, no, it says no. You know, I don't know, man. I feel like I'm pretty friendly. Fuck.
Yeah, I think so. I just met you. I can attest to that.
I feel like if I saw you, I'd offer you a ride.
Yeah.
You trying to copy Ricky or something? Growing down there?
Yeah, he is.
I really did see a guy with a mullet, though. That was for real.
I wasn't denying that. It wasn't better than mine.
Oh, that is true. No, his was pretty ridiculous.
That's not what I was disputing.
Dude,
come on now.
I was so fucking exhausted, like going to practice. And I read that. I was like, he's calling someone liar. I was like, who the fuck is a liar? And I'm sitting
This
here.
guy, he's right here.
And then right
in front of him, bro.
It didn't make any sense because Chris is sending us fucking pictures of his stupid house, which no one gives a shit, right? So that's frustrating me. Now I'm getting these fucking text messages. I'm like, who's the liar?
He sent us photos, and I was like, oh, he's not coming.
That's what, I just thought he was showing
Did he
off.
tell you he wasn't coming?
Yeah, he messaged me privately.
Why didn't you do it in the group message? He knew we were going to roast him.
Exactly.
That's why.
I thought he was just showing off. Like, hey, what up?
Yeah, and then he sounded like Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah.
If you listen to the audio.
It's true.
Yeah, that was just...
Oh, this is recording?
I mean, I can edit, though.
Yeah,
I like to
I
feel
don't care.
natural.
Keep it.
I like to feel natural.
Oh,
so.
shit. I thought that was what we...
Oh, bro, I got a mic, yo. I got a mic since last time, Ricky.
Man, I'm so glad I didn't drop a lot of weird stuff.
Hey, you were talking about, like, shit on your last episode.
Yeah, that's about every episode, so...
Like actual shit?
It's what it sounded like. I was 5 minutes.
Yeah. If you drunk, you listen to the fucking podcast.
Alright, I'll listen.
Some cool shit stories, bro.
Well, shit, man, yeah. Well, I was saying, before all that, I was saying thanks for, joining me.
Yeah,
you know, I had the idea. Well, I've had both of the ideas for a while. He's 12, bro. Okay.
Yeah. I like to make sure I'm
Shit just popped, bro.
Yeah. But no, yeah, I had the idea. I wanted to talk to all you guys.
Piccolootti's not listening. We're okay.
So, I figured I'd do it before I moved.
Yeah, so what's going on with that? Where are you going?
Going to Shanghai.
For real?
Yep.
Oh, shit, what's going on? Something like that?
No, I'm
fighting
not really into MMA at the moment.
Okay.
Unfortunately, but we'll get back into it. So.
Oh, okay, you can't drop the...
I'm waiting. So I'm gonna put this out like after I'm there.
Okay.
So
okay.
Kind of that kind of plan, but.
Well, all right. Congrats.
Yeah.
I mean, you seem sad about it.
No, I'm just. No, I mean the MMA part, because MMA's the one love. I'm really excited about the trip. Yeah.
Okay.
I can't wait for that. But yeah, speaking of congrats, dude, congrats on the wedding, man.
Oh, thanks, man.
Tying the knot. That's what people say.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's what
It was a great festivities.
Did you go?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't stay long. But...
I was there.
I was surprised he came, actually.
Yeah.
I don't show up for
surprised.
anything.
How was it? Was it Cancun or where'd you
We went to Cabo.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Cabo.
For the wedding?
No, for the honeymoon.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so you got married.
No.
I was like,
flew into
damn.
Cabo,
I was like,
said what's up.
Said fucking
He just stayed long. He just stayed long. He private jet.
Yeah, Bellator money.
Okay, so it was here. I thought the
Yeah,
wedding
yeah.
was there. I was like, that's
No.
pretty sick. I mean,
We
that's
got-
still cool.
So we got married 2 weeks before the fight, and then the day after the fight, we went on the honeymoon.
Oh,
It's
nice.
been busy, yeah.
I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah,
Homeboy's over here smoking stogies now.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, what's that like?
What are you talking about? Yeah, dude. I feel like we had like a great room. We had a balcony, and I wanted to get a cigar and try to smoke. I had no idea what I was doing. I tried to cut it. I look at a YouTube. just puff it. You don't have.
Yeah.
Dude,
Did
it'll make you sick, dude.
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did you get sick? Like normally, I hear people get
It's
like
not
sick or
usually.
like
Yeah,
nauseous.
no, dude, I felt great.
It's like, you ever chewed before?
What?
You ever chewed before?
Oh, I said
Oh,
I've
yeah.
cheered before.
You ever like cheerlead and shit? No, it'll do like that same thing.
How dare you ask me that?
It's not related at
Yeah,
all.
no.
Oh, you smoke cigars? Cool. You like to cheerlead?
Just calling you a pussy, just flat out. It's like,
Yeah, that's what it would sound like.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Oh, shit.
So, yeah, me and this guy, we've known each other since middle school.
Since we were like 11.
Yeah,
Since sixth
roughly,
grade.
roughly. And I bring that up because I know that you met Jade in high school, right?
Yeah.
You guys were on like wrestling team, right? Or am I?
That is
wrong?
correct.
Okay, so you guys
Yes,
also.
We have dabbled on the mats of wrestling together. He was very quiet.
Yeah.
Didn't say much. It was a little. I felt like you were like a little cholo at the time when I met you.
The short
Because
stack
you were a
burrito.
freshman, you showed up at Heritage, right? And he'd wear like super baggy fucking shirts, had these like little puffy, little fat cheeks, and like just wear a chain everywhere. Just like,
I cannot picture that.
Yeah. And then what? Did your dad end up going to like a restaurant or something? You guys moved, or
Yeah.
did you switch to the Ford or something? Because you didn't stay that whole season.
No, yeah. So my dad had that restaurant whole thing had already happened. We had moved back
Okay.
with my mom, and then I went to Heritage, and then like halfway through the wrestling season, like
Yeah.
because I only wrestled one tournament that year, and then I moved over to Hudson's Bay. But yeah,
That's what it was.
yeah.
Yeah.
But then we were on the same. I don't really remember you that much from Heritage, but
Yeah, I was a sophomore, and then
I remember your
Union.
hair and your lip ring, but we didn't like talk very much.
That's what he remembers.
So he's like talking about how I pictured it. Like, he had a purple strip of doom, he called it, going through his hair,
Mayhem
and he had
Miller
a hoop
Yeah.
lip ring. So
yeah, sure did, man. I was X'd up fucking from the
So-
floor up, bro.
He's like, trying to get like that shit was dope. What are you talking about?
Fresh. That was fresh as fuck, man. People were like, yo, strip of doom, what's up? I'm like, what's up, kid? Yeah, yeah, man, I was fucking fresh.
That's dope.
but anyways,
See how I sold it, Ricky? I was like, yeah, that was me. And I was like, yeah, that shit was
bro, that's
fucking.
how-
I was fresh, man. Skinny jeans are.
on these streets, bro.
I didn't wear skinny jeans. Legs were too big and I was too fat. But all my friends wore skinny jeans, so I kind of fit in.
Just happened sort of that way.
A little bit.
Yeah.
But we both ended up at Union the next year, though.
Yeah, so Union, it was a school that just opened, so it was like,
Brand new, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
so
Brand new.
It's like first
You know,
year
they're-
we talking?
Yeah.
very first year, so there's no seniors.
Mm.
I was the
It's
first.
like, hell yeah.
So I was a junior. He was a sophomore, and I had to lie by my address to go to Union.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
People do that, yeah.
yeah. Because Godino, fucking actually before my ending of sophomore year, he approached me and like 3 other people, and he was like, "Hey."
Godino's a head coach, wrestling coach.
Over
Okay.
over at Union. He's like, hey, come over to the team, blah 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 blah, yada yada. So I do it, and yeah, rest is history, I guess.
Yeah. Were you guys like pretty good? Did you become pretty good friends like pretty quick or like?
We
you-
fucked around
Yeah.
a bit. Like we'd always roll around. And he'd always submit me. Like I didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would
Yeah.
like do some jiu-jitsu back in
Yeah.
the day, like before or after, or we were like waiting for like a match one day. I think we were like probably just like do what we normally do, talking shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we did some.
We just started
rolling. Yeah.
We would I think we just call it. Hey, we would do some UFC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit! I totally forgot about that. In our wrestling room, we used to roll.
Yeah, all the
When
time.
we were in high school.
I
That's
never
pretty
submitted
sick.
him. I didn't know any submissions.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Did you know any jiu-jitsu background or MMA background at that
You
time?
did, motherfucker.
Well, my older brother and I would like.
With the
We would just
fisticuffs.
fight for hours, and we would watch the fights with my dad and watch the whatever submissions. We didn't know what was going on. All I knew Americana. That's all I knew.
That's what
And
he
Of
called
all the moves
Yeah.
to know is
Yeah.
your one.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember. I think
He hit you
I
with
like
that?
went through this. I like learned the series. I
It's
think
always. It's always that.
from like the GSP like
Oh.
fights or something. You know, like
Dan Hardy,
more
probably.
Americana. Like I learned the series, and that's like all I knew. That's what I got Abby with all the time.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
I guess I got
Well,
you with it too.
Didn't you fucks go to? Weren't you guys going to fisticuffs? Right.
We went for 2 months. Yeah,
Okay.
2 months. Like my sophomore year.
Fisticuffs, throwing it back
Yeah.
a little.
Yeah. Well, my high school wrestling coach Damon McPherson actually ran a wrestling club out of fisticuffs.
Okay.
So we would go there and meet for our little wrestling practices there, and I would see Ricky and his brother there hitting the bag. So that's why I was like, oh yeah, I know that fucking kid. I know that vato. I remember all of this shit.
Dude, my dad would take us to those practices, and my dad was so strict growing up, but like, he wasn't at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, so like, he'd take us to those practices, we'd get done, and he'd have like a 6-pack in the car for us. You can have a beer if you want.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I can see your dad just like,
Yeah.
hey, I got these beers if you guys want them.
If you want
His
them.
dad's like super chill and like relaxed. His dad's
My
my
dad does
fucking
not
favorite.
sound like
Really? Yeah, he does. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. It's like, hey, yo, Jake. I am driving.
That's
Driving.
funny.
Hey, I got some
Where you
beers.
going with my dad?
I don't know. But we're driving. We're good. We're driving. Hey, me and him, we drive around all the time. No.
That's hilarious.
No, but his dad likes to like fucking like feed me shots for some reason, and just like
True Mexican. He'll get
and
you
just
drunk.
yeah, and ruin my life.
What does he drink?
Come on.
Come on, dude.
Anything?
A lot of Bud Light and a lot of tequila.
I don't know what it was he gave me
Yeah.
after my first pro fight. He gave me some fucking shot or something. It was the
That's right,
most
yeah.
disgusting thing I ever had, but I blacked out instantly afterwards.
Oh my God.
Blacked out.
I remember that.
And like, yeah, my girlfriend at the time, she was pissed off at me because I guess I tried to get some like a threesome going with some chick at the bar.
I witnessed it. That was dope.
Did you remember me trying that?
I was there.
Fuck. Why would I do that?
That was dope.
right? Like it's so stupid. And
How
then,
close was he to like making it work?
Probably not.
Not at all.
I think the other girl was into it, but his
The other
brother
girl was
wasn't.
definitely
So he's half and half then.
girlfriend. Not
Oh,
into
this
it.
was with your girlfriend.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like two stranger girls.
No. This chick at the bar was like, we're flirting, whatever. I don't know, talking, and somehow I was like, yo, we should like, do some things.
So
Let me go have a quick convo with my.
Yeah, I did. I swear to God. I swear. I
Hold
think
that
that's what
thought.
happened. I'm like this. Hey, let me go make sure it's cool with her. Hey, babe, do you want to fuck this chick?
Oh my God.
And then that obviously.
Yeah, it didn't work
That
out.
makes sense.
I didn't give a shit, man.
That is so insane.
Yeah. So I blame your dad for that one.
Yeah, reasonable.
Yeah.
That's wild.
So then, in total, was like 2 years? Did I catch the math? Like you guys were in school together for like one and
Yeah.
then skip and then another.
It was like,
Did I miss that?
well, because then I went back to heritage.
So then, so we were only on the same. So we were my freshman year, his sophomore year, we were on the same wrestling team for half a year.
Mhm.
Then we both ended up at the new school the next year. We wrestled that entire year together. But then he moved back to that same school, and I stayed
Okay.
at the new one.
Yeah.
Sorry if you can follow that.
Yeah, I think
It's a
I
little
got it.
confusing. He jumped back and forth though because and I almost did too because you get all them schools mixing back up, a lot of different personalities.
Yeah.
People you've been talking shit to forever,
Yeah.
right? You end up going to the same school, so
Yeah.
I didn't like it for the first year, but I'm glad I stayed because it was ended up being a pretty good thing.
Yeah, I wish I would have stayed at Union, honestly, but hey, shit happens.
But we always talk about like how crazy it is that we both came from like the same freaking area.
Yeah.
Our middle schools were rivals with each other. Our wrestling teams were rivals with each other. And then we came up, we wrestled together in the same team. And then he's the reason why I got into fighting. So it's kind of crazy how like not a lot of people make it in this crazy fight game.
No
and then
kidding.
We've been like around the same area and came up in the same freaking schools and everything. It's the same and wrestling programs and MMA clubs and
Yeah, it is kind of weird, right? swim, like same little community swimming pool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Boom, 2 of us are.
I mean, this area, like when it comes to fighters, has grown a lot over the years, man. Like I remember Chris would always say,
we want to take credit for all of that.
Yeah, of course, starting it out. I remember in one of Chris's last interviews, like before his last fight, he was like, I was like 8-0 as an amateur or whatever. He's like, but the guys here, like pros pretty much, because it was all fighting regional, like in our areas. Like, I mean, not too wrong, Everyone's gotten so good here.
He's always talking about how much he looks up to us, Chris.
Oh yeah, I bet.
He's always talking about how we were his idols when he was coming up, and he'd always ask for our advice, and we took him kind of under our wings, right?
I mean, we kind of did. I mean, we didn't like him that much, but
we gave him all the wrong advice. We didn't give him good advice.
Yeah. He'd pop up and be like, hey, Ricky, like, let me rub your calves and shit.
Yeah, dude.
It was weird.
My calves were always super loose before sparring, though.
Yeah, helped a lot.
Good.
Helped a lot. Why do you think Ricky moves so well? Like,
why do you think?
Bring a little of that sunshine in and get the little elbow grease.
Exactly. So then, I mean, just to be on Chris, when did you guys like meet him then?
Well, this is funny.
This is a good story.
We were just telling stories the other day. You were not a part of this. We were talking about Rose City, right? Old Rose City days and how we put hits on people and shit. And rumor is, I wasn't there for this, but this is the story I heard, and then I want you to tell me what really happened. So, story I heard is, so Chris was training with Fabiano, those guys at the time, Gracie-Barra. They would come over to Rose City to use our cage, and then Ryan Lowe, the owner of Rose City, called up Chris. Hey, why don't you come spar with one of our guys, Ricky? And from what I was told, Ryan Lowe told you to beat the shit out of this kid, right? It's like, like straight up told you and Carson, like, yo, fuck this kid up. And fucking Sunshine comes in, and then what I heard was you gotta beat the fuck out of him. And then Chris, never came back. So that's what I heard yesterday. I don't know if that's true.
Okay, I can't confirm or deny.
He's like, that's an interesting story.
I don't know. I don't know if I want. Okay, so what happened? Yes. But and I don't want to like say because this is all like he said this.
Yeah.
But what happened was Ian went over to Gracie and was like training some guys over there. I think Chris was one of them.
Okay.
And then something happened like where they were done and or I think Ian was going too hard when they were drilling because you know how Ian is. And then Chris said like this guy. I don't know if this is what he said, but it's along the lines like this guy I know who I am. I'll like knock him out or whatever to Ian about Ian.
Shit, yeah.
So I don't know.
So Sunshine.
So that kind of started. That's what kind of started it, and then they were like, "All right, he's gonna come get some sparring in."
So you said that Sunshine
don't hold back.
Sunshine said that about Ian. He would knock Ian out.
Yeah. At the time, this was when he was a little bit younger.
Sunshine is the craziest motherfucker.
He didn't know who Ian was at the time.
I don't care. Like
Ian Loveland, right?
That's the thing.
Ian Loveland,
yeah.
Okay.
That's the thing about Chris. Like, he's grown on me, right? Me and him, we had our beefs. Okay, we've had our spats in the past. Like we're cool now, but now I'm starting to like really think about and analyze the way that he is. He's just crazy. He might be the craziest motherfucker out of all of us in the whole gym because he doesn't realize sometimes like he's the guy like will go out to party or some shit. He'd be the one talking shit to like the fucking like. The Gypsy Joker in the back or something. Not realizing, like, hey, don't fuck with that guy. He's the meth king.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, whatever, I'm fucking Sunshine. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just doesn't give a fuck. And like, I respect it, but at the same time, I want to, like, punch him in the mouth because of it, But it's all out of love. It's just like, yo, man, just chill out.
That's so funny.
Like, you don't say that to Ian. Like, Ian's the one dude, like, kind of scares me.
Mm-hmm.
He'll kill someone. He probably has. I don't know.
Maybe. Who knows?
Man, I wish I could tell Ian Loveland stories here. You think he'd get mad?
I want to tell next question?
We'll see. So that was like the first time that you met Chris. That was when you beat his ass. Pretty much is that what it sounded like.
I forgot we're talking about Sunshine.
Yeah, that's how that started.
Well,
just
because back in the day at Rose City. You would just get the text the day before. So sparring was Saturday. You'd get a text on Friday, and it would be your name, and it would say versus this person at 12 o'clock.
Yep.
Jake Smith versus Ryan Walker at 12:30. So and it was like set up like that. and sometimes they had open sparring. They put on crazy music, like if you're walking out, and they wanted you to feel like a little nervous and shit. And it was intense. Yeah. It was intense, man. Sometimes they put like the young guys with the old guys, and the old guys would just fuck us up.
Yeah, Dave Jansen. Oof.
Dave, Mike, Pat.
Mike. Man, I've seen Mike Pierce grab Brent Primus, right? Mm-hmm. Get him in a high crotch.
Another motherfucker.
Yeah. Fucking fucking throw him up in the air, and as he's falling down, punch him in the face before he hits the ground. Wow! And fucking and Brent.
Like movie shit is what that sounds like.
Yeah, back in the people don't realize how good Pierce is.
Yeah, Pierce was an animal for sure.
But as far as I don't know when the first time I met Sunshine was. I don't know. It was that I just popped it at Gracie-Barra on this.
Oh, where's this guy?
This fucking guy spouting off about shit. And I didn't really talk to him. I just kind of stayed to myself, and I don't know. I don't have a good Sunshine story.
Mm-hmm. That's all good. Just curious because he was supposed to be here.
Yeah, he's a flake. That's cool. It's all right.
I knew he wasn't coming from the beginning.
Yeah, you did say that.
He's not coming to Vancouver.
That's a good point.
Yeah, but so you guys all Gracie-Barra now ATT, right?
Yep.
So has it been different at all? I don't know.
Honestly, to me personally, I don't give a fuck.
It
was all politics or whatever. It's a business move. That's their whatever prerogative. I don't give a shit. Yeah. Training's the same, coach's the same. Mm-hmm. I think
the schedule's actually better. Since we switched over, they kind of made it a little bit better. It
is, yeah. So it's very more hands-on. Where I feel like our camps are now more specialized. I guess it has developed and evolved, but for the most part, it's still just the team.
Yeah. So not too much.
Supposed to be some more opportunities for the fighters. That was the thought behind it, with being an affiliate with another MMA, huge, one of the best teams in the world. So that's going to do a little bit more for us. Supposed to provide us with more opportunities as far as sponsorship and cross training and coaches as well.
Yeah. Like you said, one of the biggest. You can't really go wrong there, unless they changed everything up. Okay, what's fucking going on? Totally change how you guys do stuff, unless it's for the better, So, that's awesome. And I think we mentioned John. He's your cousin, right?
Yeah, my cousin.
He's your cousin fighting this week.
Cage Sport this Saturday.
And I bring him up because I really have been wanting to ask you about this.
Let's chat, dude. Let's talk about it.
You guys have fought, and I want to know the story.
They just mended these wounds, bro.
You fought twice.
In actual amateur bouts, right?
Yeah. So one he won a questionable decision, and the other one I beat the fuck out of him. So I have no quarrels about it. I'm dating his sister, so what? Let's talk about it, dude.
I just meant because he trains with you guys, right?
Yeah, it's actually cool. Actually, me and him right. He's one of my best training partners.
So just
a lot of this camp, for him and us, we were doing privates and stuff together. But we fought as amateurs at 185 pounds. Damn. For the FCFF belt. It was a close fight. He won a decision.
So I'm assuming at the time you guys weren't training together.
Well,
we
were. Right? We were. We started out.
That's why I was so curious about it. I was like, that's
weird.
He was
training with us, and then Kevin Keeney was like, "Hey, why don't you defend your belt against John?" I was like, we kind of trained together. And John hit me up. He was like, "Hey, well, what do you think, man?" Well, I'm not gonna be like, "Well, no."
Yeah.
So I was like, "I guess. All right, cool, let's do it." And then so he was training with some asshole Ray Armstrong out in Battleground. That guy's a douchebag. And we fought each other. I kicked him in the head. That was cool. All he did was literally lay on me. That's it. Laid on me for 2 rounds, and the third, fourth, and fifth, I beat the fuck out of him.
I wasn't trying to start anything there.
No, I wasn't started.
I wasn't looking for drama.
Well, it's funny because then when we fought again as it was a kickboxing match, right? So we fight again. I still have this rash guard I wrote, fucking hate you bro on it. And the whole time we're fucking going, I was just talking shit to him. I was like, "What's up, motherfucker?" Bop, bop, bop. I'm just hitting him. And anyways, almost a riot kind of broke out in the crowd. His mom was trying to fucking storm the cage at me because I was on the bike talking shit. And then Eric Ramsey, right, was boys with John at the time because Eric was dating my lady now. And so, like, we're backstage, and that motherfucker starts popping off his shit. He's trying to get at me. I was like, let's go then, motherfucker. And so, like, I was ready to fight everybody. Listen, I was sunshine before sunshine, right? But I was way more brash than he was. Like, everyone hated me. I talked all the shit. All of it. There was no shit to be talking. Like, looking back on it now, I'm like, oh, you're a fucking piece of shit, dude. Like, I would go after people's family. I didn't give a fuck. Like, I didn't care. But, you know, looking back on it, you don't do that. But, you know, at the same time, what are they going to do, fight me?
Exactly.
Like, oh, no, don't fight me.
Great point, yeah. I mean, hey, I probably got you to where you are, right? So I mean,
it works out.
Yeah, exactly.
I ain't afraid to say some shit.
Yeah. And where you are is getting ready to get back in the cage, bro. Excited, man.
Yeah, it's been a long layoff.
I know. It was hip, right?
Yeah.
Mainly hip injury.
Yeah. I had a very, very. It's called FAI. It's like this weird hip impingement thing, and yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, complicated.
Yeah, it's just, let's just say it hurts to do things.
I mean, hip stuff, right? I mean,
yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah, the
dude.
doctor, they told me straight up. They're like, yo, you need like a straight up like hip replacement.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you're done fighting. Like, yeah. I had the whole Booby Miles thing going on. I was straight up in the.
Who sent you?
Yeah, I was sitting there like, who sent you? Who's that? Yeah. So just to be able to just step back in the cage again, man, it's been a long time, a long process working at it, and
yeah, man,
I'm looking forward to it.
Well, that's great, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, so like specifically with. I mean, how did you overcome that then? Because if they say that, I'm like, oh my god, I feel like
so
there's
here's
no hope.
Right. So doctors, right? So here's the thing. I did my own research, right?
Mm-hmm.
I started looking into it. Different people who suffer the same injury, and doctors always just want to jump to surgery, right? They want to cut you open, yada yada yada. Well, everyone's telling me, well, like after like researching and learning about the body a little bit more, what I'm finding out is a lot of it has to do with just certain muscles that were overcompensating. So for me, my quads are is your quad? Right, the front? Yeah, quad.
He says he's doing research on his body.
I'm training all day. I'm running on 400 calories right now. All right, so my quad was overcompensating for my my right butt cheek. So what that did was it would pull. So I'm not using any hamstrings like when I do any deadlifting or squatting or anything. All my this would all be pulling my bone and everything forward. So it shifted my fucking hip socket up. So now it's bone on bone. So that's why it's been such a long process, because I had to retrain my hip, my butt, my hamstrings, all that shit, and it's slowly moving back to where it needs to be. But doctors and stuff, they'll say like, yeah, but there's bone spurs growing, and that's we gotta shave that down and stuff. But man, there's a lot of research out there that shows your hips, even with things like that, are still able to move if you're just using the right muscle groups and the right things. So I have to do certain stretches, certain warm ups and things like that to get things fired. But yeah, so sorry to bore you guys.
No, I mean it's
like the vibe just like ooh.
No, that's the best part so far.
It's fucking riveting.
All right.
Cool, man. You got a hip.
Yep, got
cool.
a hip thing.
Awesome.
Yeah, well, okay. Yeah. So yeah,
so my ass is working.
His ass.
That's
functional.
where I'm getting at.
Hell yeah. So now you can fight.
Yeah.
Now you can fight.
You need a working ass.
That black attack, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Multiple meanings. But yeah, Adam Piccolotti, dude, I was blown away when he told me that. I'm not blown away because you were getting big names while injured.
Yeah, see, and I feel like everyone thought I was lying. Like, that's the thing that, like, it was driving me nuts, because I feel like everyone just thought, like, oh, this guy's just a liar. Because Bellator's known for doing, like, one-off, like, contracts with people, right?
Yeah.
I told him, I was like, I got a 4-fight deal. Mm-hmm. People were like, oh, yeah, okay, well, why haven't you fought yet? Like, after I knocked out Steve Cazzola, all of his fans and stuff, they would still be messaging me months and months later. We haven't heard from you yet. What's going on? I'm like, well,
injuries
happen, So, like, when I would mention, like, oh, yeah, I got offered Goichi. Oh, I got offered fucking Brandon Gertz. You know, people would be like, yeah, I bet.
Even now, though, right? Or
Yeah.
That was one, right?
Yeah, I was supposed to fight Brandon Gertz when he fought Siad Awad as the main event. That was supposed to be me.
Oh, damn, dude.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
shit.
I'm gonna set this here. Don't feel obligated.
Don't
Feel obligated to drink it out of the bottle, or
However you want to do it. Cap shot.
Okay, well,
No chaser.
there, I guess.
You need a chaser?
Hey, man, he's in camp, bro.
Oh, I don't drink.
I
Oh,
don't
that's right.
drink
That's
anymore.
right.
Those days are behind me. As you heard, when I get drunk, I do stupid shit. So, I'm Captain fucking dumbass.
But yeah, dude. I mean, it's awesome. It's awesome that they're giving you those opportunities because, you know, I mean, that's some belief in you, and rightfully so. Because, I mean, I showed him your last fight earlier today, and I rewatched it yesterday because I haven't seen it in a while. It was a while ago, but dude, you forget how good you are just to be.
Man.
Kiss your ass a little bit, dude. Like, that was a phenomenal fucking win.
I forget how good I am.
Ricky's like, I can't stand this right now.
it's like I didn't forget. I had to spar with him a bunch from my last fight. So.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Thanks, guys.
But
I'm glad someone believes in me because I sure don't. Okay.
Somebody's got it.
There's always like a moment like before a fight where I'm like, I know how to fight, right?
Yeah. Yes, that's me.
You
All the
question
time.
that?
I can fight, right?
All the time.
Yeah.
Did you forget?
It's like a couple seconds. I'm like, yeah, you're good. You're good. You know how to
I've
fight.
done this, right?
I think so. But the other thing about this fight, though, I think is interesting is you seem pretty adamant about not going back to lightweight during the whole process.
Oh, before this?
Yeah.
Me? You know what? No, honestly, what that was, I was still injured, and a lot of it was just, man, I just want to fight. I just wanted to fight. And I knew that at the time, I wasn't going to be able to make the weight, you know, properly trained the way I wanted to. I was just like, I didn't even care. I'll fight once I... Like, 55... It's not an easy cut for me, but it's you know, it's doable. Like, I would prefer 165, but even 165 I'd probably be small, you know.
Well, like, even rewatching the Cazorla fight, like, he's a bigger dude than you, I would say. I mean,
you think so?
I mean, in the video, it looks like.
But he's dropping to 45.
Okay.
See, everyone. But this is the thing. No one looks at my legs. That's
I don't know. I didn't think he looked bigger.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe it's just me. What do you think?
He has a weird hunch rounded back.
I didn't really pay
Didn't
attention
really
to
look
that.
at it.
No.
You were too busy watching those hands.
Them hands.
Them
Flying
Watching that
hands.
ass work.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, look, his
Ass
ass
is
is
working.
Dude, his ass is
Hey.
working. That's what
See
a
the
working
quads?
ass looks like.
Working well with the ass.
That's like the thing.
That made his boring story funny.
Yeah. Hey, Ricky saved the day, huh? Fuck. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't think I'm a big 55er at all. Like, I was thinking I was gonna be a big 55er. I'm not a big 55er. Fucking any weight class sucks for me. So
Yeah. I mean, that's just weight cutting, right? In general.
it sucks. Like, it's, you know, I have to cut a lot of weight, but like, even when I do, it doesn't show. You know.
Yeah.
What do you walk around at?
Like, am I living life or am I being
Just
an
normal,
athlete?
just like living life a little bit.
Like 200?
No.
No shit. Yeah, easily.
So you've gotten up there before a fight and then had to like eventually come down.
Yeah, you said living life.
Well, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
200.
Damn.
I mean, Chiesa would do the same thing. He was 200, and then he'd cut to 155, which is a bit extreme for him, just to bring up an
Chiesa's
example.
Well,
huge.
he's way more lean than me.
Yeah, and
See,
he's taller, too.
So, like,
Better looking. We're just saying all
he's got a fucking unibrow. Get the fuck out of here. That guy, he's a fucking rambling man. It's like, you should be giving him a ride. What the fuck? Come out here with that bullshit.
Did not expect to talk about Chiesa today.
This is the man. He's so dude.
Yeah, he's okay, man.
You just like him because he used to have a mullet, too.
No, he likes him.
brotherhood. It's a
He
brotherhood.
likes him because we went up to corner Austin Springer and then Chiesa was sucking his dick backstage. Oh, that's Ricky. Ricky Simone. Oh, I know about you, bro. You're going to be making it, bro. And Ricky's like, yeah, he just won his fight on Bellator last weekend. He's like, oh, cool, man. I like it. You ready, Austin? Yeah, cool. I'll see you guys. You guys catch up.
I forgot that he's from Washington, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
But anyways,
like I was saying, I used to be 260 pounds.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah, I'm a fatty. So
260.
Yeah, that's the biggest I've been. 260.
Was that before you were fighting?
Yeah, I wrestled at heavyweight.
No shit.
Yeah.
How tall are
We're
you?
on team. She's like wrestling 215, right?
Yep. I wrestled 215 my junior year, and then my senior year, I had my heart broken, so I dropped down to 189. Depression.
that'll get you.
Yeah. It's the number one cause for weight loss.
Really?
Was that legit?
Yeah, depression and anxiety. Yeah. That's how I start out every camp, and that's how I make weight every time.
I mean, whatever works, dude.
Double scoop of depression and one scoop of anxiety.
Jesus. So just because that was brought up, what's the biggest you've been, Rick? I know you walk around like 160, right?
Yeah, usually like 163. The biggest ever was like 175, 180.
Okay.
But it's like after like I decided not to wrestle anymore after high school.
Yeah, when you first started training.
Yeah, and then I had like almost a year where I didn't do anything, but like I coached and I was working and going to school, but like training wise, I wasn't really doing anything.
Yeah.
And then that's when like kind of linked up and I started heavy. I fought at 170, 155, and
Just slowly made the drop,
slowly,
right?
yeah.
Oh, that's insane.
Was it really your first fight at 70?
Yeah.
Really? I thought it was 55. Yeah, you're slamming the shit out of that kid. It's hilarious.
It was 8 years ago, like yesterday.
Was it?
That fight happened. Yeah.
Okay.
Tyler sent me the video.
Was
I
that?
just watched it like, oh shit.
Oh damn.
I can't remember if it was your first fight that I decided I just took a fight on the day's notice, or was it the second fight?
I think it was like the second one. Yeah.
Yeah. There was a fight where he was fighting. I think he was going to be the main event or something. And then like the day before, I get a call from Austin. Hey, how much do you weigh right now? I was like, I don't know, man. Like 2 something. He's like, well, you want to lie and say 185? I was like, yeah. All right. So we did that and just jumped in, fought some fucking like, you know, where they used to fight in the bars? What was it called?
Oh, the up in Longview.
Fuck, man. They used to have to do these amateur fights in the bar. Anyways, he was like
In the bar.
Yeah, in the bar.
Yeah, I
This guy.
in the bar in Longview, yeah.
This
They
guy
don't
was
like
known
cage it
as
off or
like.
anything. It's just straight bar.
No, well, it's a cage in a bar.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just like straight walk into a
You sure you have
bar.
more beers? So what are you going on? Drinking some beers? We just fought in bars.
I was like,
Fight Club in it.
People put this shit on as well.
Earlier, he's like, so wait, you said decision, right? That's how he won? Yeah, that's how he won. Decision.
It was his decision.
that was the way.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Now we're fucking talking about all this old shit. Man.
Bringing back the memories.
Yeah.
And I guess we'll just get into it now. I didn't want to bring it up. We got to bring it up, man. So that's the inside joke. It's always bringing up your losses, but we got to bring up the last one. So it's like, how'd everything feel going into it? I mean, just what's the story? What's the takeaways?
I felt great. It was sick. The arena was, man, that was such a cool walkout. I was like screaming at the fans as I was walking out because everyone was flipping me out. Then I'm like, I'm about to show you guys. I'm like hitting my chest. I'm like, dude, I loved it. It was crazy. It was crazy to experience that. You know, man, I felt like I was gonna be in his face and then just pressure him, and I did feel like I was a little too maybe energized. Not looking back on it, but I mean, you know, my game plan was to be in his face, and I really thought like he can hurt me. I was going to see the right hands in the open, the left hooks off the brakes. That's the main things I was worried about. Yeah. And I thought I was going to outwork him and finish him really. And you know, I didn't get the opportunity. I didn't get the chance. He got me with a good right hand, and you know, fuck, that's how it goes. I wouldn't love doing this as much as I do if there wasn't that fucking like there's only that knot in your stomach because you know that can happen, that you can go out there and get knocked out in front of a sold out arena. You know, and that's why I love the sport and that's why I hate it, but. You know, that's what fuels me.
That's deep. That's some deep shit.
You feel that?
Man.
Do you feel that?
Next question.
Man, you hit him with a
you know, he had
left
him. You heard him.
like a motherfucker. I was like, yeah. I looked right over to this guy and I was like, yeah, fuck you. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, man.
Did you go to it or?
Yeah, I went.
Yeah,
You were there?
Yeah, I was there.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Nice.
Was it, dude? That arena was crazy, right?
Yeah, dude,
It
I
was
had
crazy.
fucking amazing seats too.
Really? Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, man. And then, like the people next to me, they're just cheering for Uriah and shit. And like they started like they were like trying to film me like before like while you were coming out. They're like, oh, this fucking guy. So like I started filming. I was like, yeah, fuck these guys. Yeah.
Okay, so
I was riding dying. Yeah, I was ready to fight everybody.
yeah. I won't ask you this because I don't want. I'll make the excuse for you, but I'll ask you. Did you think it was kind of early that stoppage though? Because I did. I still feel that way. Maybe not as much the more I watch it, but
Yeah. So
I mean,
I've talked about this on my podcast too. So like, yes and no, right? Part of me feels like yes because it's my buddy.
Yeah,
I want to see him keep fighting, right? But also at the same time, like I don't. There is a moment, right, when you're down, he hits you, and like there's two hits where you kind of freeze, right? Mm-hmm. Whenever I see anyone freeze, like while they're getting hit, I'm like, oh, they're done, right? Mm-hmm. But you came to and you're fighting, so it's one of those. It's a split judgment call. I mean I know who you are. I know how you are. I know for a fact you can't keep going. You know what I mean? And I felt like fuck, man. As soon as he came over, you fucking flipped him over you and all this shit. Like, you were coherent. So, I don't know exactly what the ref saw. I wasn't right there. I mean, I just... it's one of those... It's tough, man. It's my buddy. I don't want him to get hurt. But at the same time, I want him to fucking win.
Exactly,
you know? So, yeah, man. I really don't know. Like, because it's too hard for me to remove my bias from it,
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, tricky one. But either way, that is what it is, right, man? Just keep moving on to the next thing. And
that's how I feel about it.
Dude.
That's how I feel about it. I still feel like I'm one of the top bantamweights in the world, and I'm gonna keep doing what I've been doing, which is training my ass off and get right back at it. Hopefully, fight. As soon as I have this, I had that crazy hematoma on my leg.
Did you get that from the fight? Like your leg kicked him or something?
Yeah, staph.
Okay.
So I had like a pretty bad bone bruise throughout training camp. And actually, one of my last sparring sessions with Jake, he even asked me, he's like, hey, why aren't you throwing as many leg kicks? I'm like, don't worry, bro, I'm gonna throw a bunch of fucking leg kicks. Yeah. I was like, my leg just fucking hurts,
Yeah.
And I kept making the joke that I was gonna fucking land one hard kick and Anderson Silva my leg.
Oh my god, that's not a good joke.
That's a pretty good joke.
I would push down on my shin and it would just like give. So I landed one kick. And I had this crazy, it was like bigger than a baseball size hematoma on my shin for the last month. And just yesterday, I went to the doctors and I got X-ray, MRI. There was no fracture. It was just like a crazy hematoma. And so the doctor just cut it open and freaking got all the blood clots out. And
There's clots in there?
Yeah, it was like kind of like spiral clots.
Were you watching it like as you sitting there with your leg open?
Dude, it looked like.
But he numbed you up.
It looked like the movie Saw, where the guy like sawing through his leg because I just looked down. There's like a bunch of blood all over my clots all over my leg. And he's just like touching my bone, pushing shit out. I could feel it. It's crazy.
And you were chill. You were just like, oh.
Yeah, I wanted to watch it. Yeah,
Can you record it?
I wanted to, but I was like, can I? Am I allowed to?
Yeah, it's your fucking body.
But he was kind of trying to hide it from me. I'm like, no, I want to see it.
Yeah, what the fuck?
That's gnarly, dude. On your shin.
How long ago did that happen?
Just yesterday.
Oh, really?
You can see the bandage, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's like a mini surgery, right?
I mean, it's a skin surgery at least.
So how long until you're good to full on train and all that again?
He just said until we're gonna see how it did, because basically the muscle and the tissue separated from each other, and then that's there's blood clotting underneath, Okay. So, but I mean, if everything's fine after that, then I mean, as soon as that little where he did this, the little incision or whatever.
When you threw that first kick, did you know, like after it landed, we were like,
nope.
Ah, shit.
No, didn't feel anything.
So you didn't know about it until after the fight?
A couple hours later, I was pretty drunk, and I was like, "Man, my leg hurts." I looked down. I swear,
oh my god!
And I could just see someone. Yeah, it was bigger than a baseball, just sticking out of where my shin is. I'm like, "What the hell? What the hell is that?" I showed my Tyson right here. Look at it. He's like, "God damn!"
Jesus.
Yeah.
Shit.
I had to go to the ER the very next morning as soon as I got back to get X-rays done, because I was like, shit, that might be broken. I couldn't even walk. It was actually nice that they wheeled me through the airport.
You're like, all right.
I went straight to security.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
maybe I should fake this every time.
That's what my coach Andy said. He's like, you're injured every time we go on a trip now. All right. Thanks, coach. Yeah.
So no real timetable. And I saw you calling for Frankie in November, man. I was like, oh
yeah. I'm on a Legends losing tour. So to take one from my buddy Chael. So why not?
Edgar.
Give me Frankie Edgar. Let's go, baby. You want an easy fight? You want to fight no longer than 1 minute? I'm your guy. Welcome to bantamweight, motherfucker.
Oh God.
That's hilarious.
No, I think I could beat Frankie, and I think that'd be a great comeback fight after this. But it'd be crazy, obviously, for them to give that to me.
Yeah.
But
That'd be insane.
I mean, I thought it was crazy when they gave me the Uriah fight, and I'm never gonna say no to a fight, so if it happened, it happened. But
I know I didn't.
Why not?
Yeah, exactly. I was really surprised when they did do the Uriah fight because it's like. You have really no idea who they were going to give to him coming back, right? So it's like, throw your fucking name in the hat.
Well.
And there you go. But, shit, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, I saw people, in your comments to that tweet, you're like, to elbow this guy, he just lost a favor, man. It's like, that's so funny to me just because, what do you not want? He's going to just want him to not be confident and...
Yeah.
Not want to fight someone who's still really good. I don't know, man. The trolls and shit are just so crazy.
I don't read them. I post it.
Yeah, good move.
I hate MMA fans.
It's just
that's crazy. One of them will be messaging me something nice, and then I'll see him comment something mean, and then, they'll comment something nice, and they'll be messaging me memes of me face planting.
Really?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
So
the same person?
I usually don't look at my messages or my comments because of that. I'm like, you guys are whack. You guys are really crazy.
Yeah,
nerds, bro.
Dude, fucking hate them.
I want to ask you guys why that is too, because I know you're pretty into football, right? And I know you like the Patriots, but you say that you're I know, bro, it's disgusting.
I'm not a Patriots.
Jake's a Steelers fan. He likes the Steelers.
Oh Jesus, dude. Okay. All right.
He's a Patriots fan.
No, but are you a Patriots fan?
Yeah, why not?
What? Right? The worst type of person. Right? The fuck? Yeah, he is.
Oh yeah.
Remember that Super Bowl?
I remember it pretty well.
Yeah, that was a good time.
But I feel football is the only other sport that I watch really, and their fans can be pretty bad, but MMA fans, dude,
it's
another
different
level.
thing. It's a different thing.
Level.
I don't know what the fuck it is, but yeah, with other sports basketball, whatever. Yeah, they'll throw on their commentary, but they're not as vicious as MMA fans.
Mm-hmm.
MMA fans think it's fucking hilarious to they purposely troll. Just make fake accounts with their fucking fake pictures and hiding their identities and just use that just to fucking annoy people. No other. I don't what's the closest thing to get that is the Jordan crying face. No. MMA fans are the fucking worst.
Do you think it has something to do with when people become fans of a football team? You start to identify with the team and the sport.
Yeah.
Do you think it has something to do with how intense MMA is and how brutal it is? So
I think part of it is everyone plays those other sports growing up. People play dribble a basketball. People throw a football.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing that, and you realize, I can't do that at a professional level.
Yep.
Right, but a lot of people think, if I was in a fight, I would do this. But you've never been in a fucking fight before. You've never been to a wrestling practice. You couldn't get it through a wresting practice.
That's exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You don't get to play fighting growing up. My family did, but I think that might be part of it.
Yeah, it's fucking ego. Every man thinks that they are way better at fucking protecting themselves than they are.
Yeah.
That's all. Every street fight, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're fucking hilarious. Street fight started out, and everyone's like, "What's up? What? Pulling up the shorts. What?" And it's like, you really think if you were to walk into a cage with a trained professional, you fucking, "What's up, cuz? What's up?" That's gonna fucking really work, and it would
for sure work, dude.
right? Okay.
No head movement.
And another thing too, people don't realize is a street fight lasts for maybe 30 seconds, a minute. You're fucking tired.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, okay, do that for 15 minutes and come talk to me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's the issue. I wanted to start a fucking show called Troll Hunter, where it's a little bit of bully beatdown, with a little bit of fucking catch a predator, right? Don't know how that works together, but I like.
You straight just trap this dude in a room, like we actually have professional fighters in the other room.
Well, we pull up what they
His
say.
history,
right? You bring in the fighter and you offer them $10,000. All you have to do.
love this idea.
All you have to do is last one round, or we could split it up. We can make it a 2-round, whatever.
Yeah, similar to how like Bully.
We will.
You have to last
Yeah.
3 5-minute rounds.
No. We gotta make. We'll make it. Let's make it 3-minute rounds. Let's make it amateur rounds, right? Because that way.
Even that still, yeah.
Right. You can wear all the protective gear you want or whatever. We'll let you use small gloves. Put the other guy in fucking boxing gloves. Okay. We'll see. If you can last. Okay. Cool. You've made it. You got $10,000 and you troll away. But
You can troll away.
But you're about to get fucked up, homie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a fantastic idea, but the problem with it is no one would do it.
Because of
And-
licensing too. Well, I mean, there's
This
an
amateur.
insurance thing.
Yeah.
and
But like with Bully Beatdown, as fun as the show as that was to watch, those weren't actual bullies. They're all stuntmen.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
they were all.
Sorry, I just ruined that for everybody.
I love that show.
I
Sorry,
know.
dude.
They're just,
Really?
yeah, man.
It was MTV, dude.
So
Like,
wait,
of
so
course
wait.
it was fake.
What about one homeboy got head kicked once though?
Yeah.
Okay, that was probably like an accident. Like
Well, that was because
Yeah, well, homeboy
fuck
got
up,
dropped. The
He
MMA
didn't
fighter
know
got
where-
dropped,
yeah,
and
I
then he
think it
got
was-
pissed off, and he said, "Fuck this!"
Yeah.
Head kicked
Yeah.
him.
totally not okay. Because that was one of the rules was you can't do that.
Yeah,
you
he
can't
was
do
embarrassed. He's like, "Fuck!"
I mean, come on.
And then the
right?
dude was just like, "What's going on? Where am I?" Like, he was fucked up.
But then he gave his money away still. So.
Yeah.
But he was a stuntman, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably. I wonder if he did some shit that he wasn't supposed to do to the fighter, so the fighter
Well, he
got pissed.
dropped him. He
Even though it was like all acted out. Like
Wasn't
maybe
Eddie Alvarez?
No.
on that?
The fights were real.
Wasn't he one of the fighters?
Oh, were the fights real?
Yeah.
I thought
No,
the
Eddie
fights
was
were
on it.
staged
no,
too.
the fights were real. They're just stuntmen.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I thought they even staged the fights.
No,
like,
no,
yeah,
no,
just
no.
go for like this combo he's gonna
No. Yeah, Eddie was on it. Tyron Woodley was on it. Andre
Yeah, I
Lasky.
remember
I think
Woodley.
DC even
That's
did
right,
one.
DC was on it.
They did.
No way.
They had a lot.
When did they end that show?
It was like 10 years ago.
Like,
And
probably.
DC was on it?
2010.
Back when he was like a no-name.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
this was all
Olympics
King of
and
the
stuff.
Cage like fighters. They used King of the Cage fighters. So at the
Okay.
time,
Well, and the Strike Force guys, because like.
well, they ended up
Woodley
going to
and-
Strike Force later.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Okay.
But yeah, at the time, a lot of them, fucking, who was it? Dennis the Wild Man.
Thomas Denny.
Is it Thomas Denny?
That's the guy who got dropped. I don't know.
No. I'm not talking about the guy. I'm talking about he called himself like the Wild Man or
okay.
something. He fought Nick Diaz at one point, and Nick was making fun of him. He's like, this motherfucker comes in here with his hair all colored up and shit. You know, I didn't want to have to beat him up, but you come out here fucking disrespecting. But anyways, he was the only fighter who didn't win any money for.
Oh, it was Tony Bonello, the gun.
No, he was
No,
the one that
I'm-
did the head kick.
Yes. Okay, I got him mixed up.
Yeah.
Sorry to Thomas Denny.
But anyways, that fucking guy is terrible.
Yeah.
That was my point.
That was the whole point of that.
Terrible. I was gonna say he was not Strike Force caliber.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. I know the level changed quite
Yeah.
a bit there, but to circle back now to people who you might consider terrible, and circling back to ATT, Colby Covington's back. Since he's such a unique guy, I wanted to hear what you guys think about
I
him.
fucking love him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm all about it. I think his shtick is very annoying, right?
Yes.
It's very forced, but don't give a fuck. He's backing it up. You cannot take away the performances that he's put in. Whatever it is he's doing or taking or whatever to put out that kind of fucking output, keep doing it.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy. He threw over 500 punches.
That's the record. He broke
Yeah,
the
that was
record.
nuts. That was stat
I got tired of fucking watching it.
Yeah, I like him. I think man, he's a hog. He's talking shit, and then his performances are awesome. Kind of motivating to see someone
Yeah.
put that kind of output out there like that. I'm like, God damn. I want to be able to put pressure like that, you know, and,
Yeah.
and keep it going. That's how I fight, and then, you know, I appreciate when someone else fights like that too.
Which, you know, everyone wants to talk shit about him, but people aren't realizing, like, yeah, he was taking Robbie down. Yes, Robbie got tired, but he also was going, all right, we'll stand for a while. He was trading.
Yeah, yeah.
That he landed right at the end.
And oh my god, his spin was beautiful too. He did like
Yeah.
a tornado kick.
So, like, he's evolving everywhere, right? And everyone's just going, oh, yeah, but what dude fights Kamaru Usman? He's not going to be the same. I got him beating Usman. I haven't beaten him.
I know, because the thing is, I mean, correct
so.
me if I'm wrong. You guys are the fighters, but like they're practically identical, except Colby's, his output's more.
His output's
that's
way
that's
more.
the difference maker.
Usman's got more muscle to carry on him. I mean, not to be like Joe Rogan and talk about like, oh, it's a fatigue and a lactic acid, but like straight up. But for real though, it's like, when you're both are gonna be wrestling. I mean, you see his little scrambles and shit that he has with Michael Chandler. All right, well now do that with someone with your same size and your same strength.
Yeah.
Keep trying to do that. And this dude's throwing kicks and punches at you. Usman might be a little bit stronger, but I don't know, man. I see Colby just fucking.
I love that matchup, though, man.
Yeah, I'm highly interested in it.
That's a good one. And the thing about Colby, though, for me is like, if you don't know at this point that the dude is acting, like, fuck off, man. Because I used to be one of those people who was like, I can't stand this guy, but now he's hilarious to me because I get what he's doing, like
when he pops up from behind the ladies. Oh, I just got done with my cardio session, and you can see the disgusted look on all the chicks, like, fuck, man, and he's just like, yeah.
Dude, this is a quote. He's like, yeah, I got that porn star cardio, man. Like, he's been putting work in the bedroom.
I haven't heard much about this guy. I need to look into this dude.
No, but and then I love his fighting style. It's like, come on, guys. I mean, it's so obvious at this point, like.
me and my co-host, we had this debate. He was like, I just felt like he was good enough fighter to where he didn't need to do that shtick, and he would have made it. I was like, no, bro, he wouldn't have. No one, no matter, like, we
he used to be that guy who didn't do that.
But we appreciate his fighting style, right? Because we understand the inner workings of the fight. But to a casual fan, they see Colby fight, they're not into that. So even if he's keep winning, look at fucking Leon Edwards, right? He's winning. He's like, what, 10-2 in the UFC or some shit?
Too, yeah.
But who gives a fuck about him? Only thing anyone gives a fuck about is he got punched up by George Masvidal, right? So you gotta talk shit. That's just the way it is,
He does, but it's like a lot more tame. I think it's kind of just basic shit talking. I guess so, but I mean, like,
all right, well,
do
it better. That's what I'm saying. But like, you gotta sell yourself, like, and that's just modern MMA now. Like, I even said this to Chelsea. I was like, I fucking kind of hate you. You ruined the sport that I love because everyone started taking after what you did, right? And people will go, no, it's Conor. Fuck you, it was Chell.
Yeah,
Chell was the first. Then Conor saw the blueprint, stepped it up a notch, and then so on and so forth. So now everyone's trying to replicate each other instead of just being fucking real.
Yeah. And I know you got that pinned on your Twitter. Fucking gimmick.
Fucking gimmick, man. There's no gimmick with me. Like, what I say, I mean it, right? People want to fucking get pissed off at me and about shit. Like,
that's because your normal is like a gimmick, though. So
I know. I was thinking about that.
A gimmick.
Yeah, his gimmick is fuck a gimmick.
Yeah.
It's a gimmick.
I guess so, right? Yeah, my gimmick is fucking a gimmick.
Yeah.
Fucking a gimmick?
Fucking it. Yeah. Oh shit. Straight up, boy. Fuck you. I grab Colby and I'm just like, ATT.
My ATT brother.
That's actually how our affiliation came.
Yeah, that's how it began.
Yes,
they're like, all right, taking over.
Gotta consummate our relationship.
Consummated.
We met down in Atlanta, at Atlanta ATT, and we just, the Limas were recording it. It was a weird thing.
My couch kind of like this.
I can't believe
this. Like here?
Very nice.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Yeah, this is one.
How are those meatballs, man?
They're pretty bomb, dude. And they're very cheap.
Quick ad for IKEA in here.
Hey,
Sponsor.
Swedish meatballs.
Exactly.
They melt in your mouth.
Well,
I don't think they wanted that to.
I don't know.
We'll figure it out.
Anyway, I think that's probably the perfect way to end this.
Right.
leave it on that note.
Right.
I mean, just hit an hour, cool. And 9 o'clock. I know you guys got stuff to do.
Yeah.
But thank you.
I gotta text Colby.
Text Colby, dude. What are you doing later, man?
It's been 3 days. Give him that cold 3-day shoulder, Hey, bud.
What's going on?
Want to swing by tonight?
Yeah, exactly. Put in that cardio.
I'll show you porn star cardio.
But yeah, man, thanks so much for doing this, guys. You
man.
really did not have to do it at all. I mean,
yeah, we know.
Who the fuck am I?
We talked about it.
Like,
We did on the way here. We're like, hey, How do we get out of this?
How do we get out of this?
Thanks for having us and thanks
No,
for
yeah, this
the
is
beer.
cool, man.
Yeah, man.
I really hope you drunk. Hey, sweet tea. If Ricky's drugged, put something in the butt.
Put something in the butt.
Oh, we out.